Right. Hi, good morning.
Good, how are you all?
Great, thanks. We have coffee and
Coffee and sweet tea, pastries. Help yourself, let us know if you...
Wesley is our head of electrical engineering.
Oh, I met him in the at the diner. Yeah.
This is Trey, right?
So this is one of our mobile data center units. In this, there's going to be somewhere between 275 and 325 machines. Each one of these will be joined up with two others. So there's a left, a right, and a center. And each set of 6 of them is about 2.5 megawatts.
Yeah, we got it all teed up.
Power
Everything's procured.
I'm sorry. They said 1,300 watt.
Yeah, they're 1,300. There's one unit that's 1,300. There's another that's 2,200. So it depends on what we're outfitting them with. Yeah, it makes it a lot more real when you see it in person. It's a different conversation.
So for the cooling, we were talking, you got your loopers, and will it strictly be air cooled, or
Yeah, so we have really 2 options. One of them is the air cooled, which is kind of the Japanese cooling things. The other is usually come with water walls, so we'd be able to do some evaporative stuff depending on the humidity. So we might we would use the wall. We have the water along each of the wall through the blankets, and we'd be piping it through, and then the pressure inside versus the outside pressure due to the atmospheric difference would push all the content out.
All right? You look great. Very good.
They'll be sitting in this field right here.
Yeah, this is the field right behind you. We're going to run them kind of parallel to the substation and a little further back. So phase 1's going to be 12 of these and then another 12 behind them.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you to everyone who took some time to come out today and to experience the groundbreaking here for a brand new business in Union County. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jason Bailey. I'm the county mayor. This is my first term in office. I'll have a year in September, so it's been a very interesting year. And to be able to have something like this happen in my first term is absolutely amazing. So I have so many people to thank for this. But first I want to introduce a couple of elected officials here. I'm just going to go through the crowd. I hope I don't miss anyone. If I do, just let me know. But Union County elected officials, we have Mr. David Cox, the supervisor of roads. I'm going through the crowd here, don't want to miss anybody. We have Mr. Earl Cox back in the back, 3rd District County Commissioner. Going through the crowd. Looking, Miss Joyce Meltebarger, Union County Commissioner. Ty Blakely, Vice Mayor, City of Maynardville. Mr. Billy Breeding in the back, he's our county sheriff. This guy isn't elected, he's appointed, but I'll call him out too. Dr. Jimmy Carter, Director of Schools. We have Miss Deborah Keck, County Commissioner, here somewhere. I don't see Deborah, but I know she's... Oh, there she is. She's hiding back in the back. Have I gotten all the elected officials? If not, wave at me. Oh, and Mayor Marty Smith, City of Maynardville. She's actually on the program, so it's okay. It's okay. But I think that's everybody. And I want to say, too, a special thanks to Mr. Thomas Kabinski. Wave Thomas. He is our Chamber of Commerce president here in the county, and he's been instrumental in all this, too. I want to thank Mr. Rick Riddle with Seven Springs Winery for providing the tent for us today on this hot, sunshiny day. And also Liquid Lightning, our local coffee shop here in town, for coming out and providing this. Thank you guys so much. We greatly appreciate it. So if I missed someone, I apologize. But anyway, just thank you so much for being out here today. And before we get started on the program, just a little backstory. Probably about 5 months ago, I received a call from Mr. Ed Medford with KUB, which Ed is an absolute rock star. Love this guy. Wave for Ed, right here he is in the back. Ed is the man. I received a call from Ed, and Ed said, "Hey Jason, I would like you to meet this guy from Connecticut that's coming down looking to put a business here in Union County." I said, "Sure, let's do it." So Ed, myself, Thomas Kabinski, and the guy from Connecticut met in the small courtroom at Union County Courthouse. And the guy from Connecticut is Mr. Trey Kelly, the founder and CEO of Griid Infrastructure. And when we sat there and we got to talking, about what Trey was wanting to do here in the county, what type of business he had, and 5 months later, here we are today doing the groundbreaking for this business, which is absolutely phenomenal. Yes, round of applause. Like I said, It's been a wonderful road getting to know Trey, all of the people that are involved in his business, all the folks at KUB. Another person I want to shout out to, Mr. Marty Gibbs. Christmas Construction has helped us so much with this. It's just been a blessing all the way around for the county and for everyone involved in this, and I'm just so very excited. But anyway, we'll get through the program here, and I'll introduce folks as we go down. The first person I want to introduce and let's say a few words is our city mayor, Miss Marty Smith here, and I also want to thank Marty, Mr. Jack Ryan, who's the city manager. Jack's back there somewhere, City of Maynardville, Ty Blakely, all of the Maynardville City Council folks and all the folks at the City of Maynardville for getting this done as well. We had to have several meetings in a very short amount of time to get everything approved for the zoning and all this, and we pulled it off, or I should say they pulled it off and helped us get this together, and my hat's off to them, and we're very grateful for them. So folks, let's give it up for Maynardville City Mayor, Miss Marty Smith.
As most of you know, I'm a shy person. Right, Jason?
Whatever.
Welcome everybody to this beautiful day. Looks like the good Lord's looking down on somebody. It's nice to see old friends here, new friends, and new acquaintances. I'm extremely happy to meet Trey Kelly, he makes you feel so comfortable right away. He's just one of us. He even went and rented a pickup truck so he'd be one of us.
I bought one too.
Yeah, I'm his mama when he's away from his wife, so we've kind of grown together. But welcome to Maynardville. This is a big jump for us. Like Jason, I've only been the mayor for a little over a year. I'm a little older than him. So this is kind of new to me. It's a new start. It's a new beginning. I think this is going to jumpstart the city of Maynardville, and I'm so excited. Trey seems to be like he's a community person. We need more community people, okay? We just desperately need them. Let's go Union County. Let's take it to the top. Thank you, Trey, for being here.
Thank you, Marty. And yeah, I want to point out too that Trey wants to be one of the Union County boys here. And so every time he comes in, he tries to rent a pickup truck to drive around. The last time he was in, they gave him a Nissan Sentra. but anyway, I told him, I said, the truck looks great, but you're missing one thing. You got to put a toolbox in the back, brother, if you're going to fit in around here. But anyway, he's working on it. He's doing fine. So next up, I would like to introduce the KUB President and CEO, Gabriel Bolus. And like I said, folks, KUB has been instrumental in this project, and we couldn't have done it without them. So, folks, let's give it up for Mr. Gabriel Bolus, please.
Thank you very much. I love coming to this part of East Tennessee. It's a beautiful area. You drive up the highway to this area. It's a stunning area. So thank you for having me here. Thanks for inviting me to speak. I'll be brief in my words, but start with just the fact that KUB exists for one reason: to provide safe, reliable, and affordable utilities. And because of those things, we were able to land and work with the folks here in Maynardville and Union County to get a customer like this. That'll be bringing a lot of great paying jobs, a great facility right here next to one of our facilities. 10 years ago, our board funded our program called Century 2, which allows us to replace and upgrade all of our utilities throughout all of our systems. And if you look around, every single thing around here is brand spanking new. We replaced a lot of the infrastructure in the substation, all the transmission and distribution lines. We've invested millions of dollars in this area in the last 10 years. Because of that, folks like Griid are very excited to be here. They know it's going to be reliable, it's going to be safe, and we have very affordable rates. And so we're excited to be a part of that. I want to thank our folks at, I want to thank the mayors, Begley and Smith, for their work partnership. I agree with you 100%. It takes a team of folks to do this. I love this area. I love the fact that when we landed right here next door to our substation. And when it's fully built, Griid will be one of our largest customers. This is a big deal. And so we're excited to grow with them as they grow along throughout the few years. The next few years they grow, we're going to grow with them and invest more and more infrastructure in this area. And so I agree with the mayor's comments. This kickstarts the area, and we want to be a big part of that. And thank you for letting me speak. And I'll turn it back over to the mayor.
And I don't want to steal any of Trey's thunder, but this just amazes me, and I just have to throw this out. As you guys can see, you have one of the containers back here that will have the servers in it. Just to put this into perspective, And like Gabriel said, right here next to the substation, this one container here is going to pull as much power as Union County High School. So think about that. This one little box right here is going to pull that much power. So that just blows my mind. I'm still learning a lot about this, but it's just fascinating to me. But the next person on our agenda is a very, very good friend of mine. Welcome up to the speaker here, Mr. Marty Gibbs. Marty is the Vice President and General Manager for Crispin Construction right here in Knox County. Come on up, Marty. Let's give him a round of applause. And I missed Marty a second ago. He's also an elected official here in the county. He is the 1st District School Board member for Maynardville. And like I said, when Trey and I were talking, and again, folks, I barely know how to be the mayor, much less anything about construction, okay? I've been in this job for a very short amount of time. But I needed to call someone who knew something about this and who could help us out. I introduced Marty and Trey, and here we are. So Marty has been, again, instrumental in this. He's just a great guy, and he knows what he's doing, and I'm just so lucky and blessed to have him be a part of this. So thank you, Mr. Gibbs. Come on up.
Thank you, Dr. Bailey. I appreciate all those kind words. As Dr. Bailey said, we are friends more than we are co-workers. We love to get together with Jason and his wife and my wife and spend time together. But I just want to thank everyone, thank Griid and Dr. Bailey for allowing the opportunity. You know, I'm Vice President and General Manager, as Jason said, of the Crispin Company in Knoxville. We're a commercial general contractor. And when Jason called me, you know, at first, my answer was, I'll do anything I can to help you, Jason. So just let me know where to start. So since then, I've jumped in with both feet and just been, there's seldom a day goes by I've not talked to Mr. Trey, you know, over the last couple of months. So we're glad to be here today, very glad to help be a part of this construction effort. I can't say enough good things about Trey and Wes, Chris and Harry and their group. I really, I'm just impressed by Trey's his approach, you know, his strong sense of integrity and his leadership. I know that Trey's got a good plan, and there's just a ton of respect and confidence I've been able to gain in him for the last couple of months since I got involved. So we're just very excited to be here. We're looking forward to start turning dirt over the next few days and see if we can't get these data centers set up here in the next month or two. So thanks to all, thanks to Griid, and thank you, Dr. Bailey.
And next up, we have Mr. Gary Human. Come on over, Gary. Gary is the East Tennessee Director for the Tennessee Economic and Community Development Office, I guess, here in the state of Tennessee. Like I said, he's the East Tennessee Director, and it's great to have Gary out here today to speak about just the economic impact that this is going to have on Union County and the surrounding counties, I hope. So let's give it up for Mr. Gary Human.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate that. And it is a good day in Union County. I think as we look at this, it's going to be, as Griid locates here, it's going to be a great addition to the community. Mayor, I appreciate your help as well as everybody in the audience who's worked on this. I know it's been a big task and a chore, but it's been also a pleasure to do that, I'm sure, to add Trey and Chris to the community. And one thing I can always say, as I've met with them about 6 months ago, I guess, when we first started this conversation, that's the one thing they always said. They wanted to be part of the community. They wanted to fit in. They wanted to be an addition and work with you all and be, live here and be a part of that. And we're happy and proud that you're here today on behalf of the state of Tennessee. As one of the things that Governor Lee is pushing was in our rural communities is additional jobs and development, and this fits right into the bill of what they're doing, adding to the community, adding good quality jobs, skilled jobs to the area that's going to be a great benefit. And I think as we look at this is just the start of many things to come, and I'm proud to say that I'm happy that they're here today. I look forward to working with you all in the future, and please let me know if there's anything I could do on your all's behalf and the community's behalf. Thank you all.
And next up, we have Mr. Dennis Powers. Is Dennis here? Has anyone saw Dennis? We spoke with his secretary yesterday, and he said he was coming, so I'm sure Dennis is probably on his way or something. That's not like him to show. So if Dennis comes in here in a little bit, we'll throw him the mic. But also I want to introduce someone I forgot, Miss Tammy Merritt, who's right over here at the Liquid Lightning Station. Tammy is the field representative for Congressman Chuck Fleischman. So thank you, Tammy, for coming out and representing his office today. We thank you so very much. But again, now it's time for the guy who makes it happen, Mr. Trey Kelly. Make your way up here, Trey. Like I said, it's been about 5 months ago when I had the pleasure of meeting Trey, and we've gotten to know each other over the past couple of months. And I just tell you, folks, he's a great guy. He's a down-to-earth guy. He's younger than me, so yeah. Usually, when I go to these mayor meetings and stuff, I'm always the youngest guy in the room. So it's great to work with somebody younger than me. That's fantastic. But anyway, he's such an awesome guy. He's got big plans for this community, for his business, and that's part of it. He's a community-oriented guy, and that's what he wants to do. He wants to help out Union County with his business, with his jobs, and just be an asset to our county, and I know he's going to be. So folks, let's give it up for Griid founder and CEO, Mr. Trey Kelly.
Thank you, Mayor Bailey. He stole all my jokes about the pickup truck. But you know, today I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. I look at a lot of the folks here, some new faces, some familiar ones, and if you pull these people out, I'm not standing up here today. I mean, this is a lot bigger than just Griid or myself. It took a lot to get here, and for us, this is obviously just the beginning. So to start with some thank yous, I want to thank my wife, who's not able to make the trip. We were about to hop in our new Ford F-150 that I bought 2 weeks ago. And with our newborn, who's 2.5 weeks old, and then we decided I might have been forcing the issue a little bit. But without her support, I certainly wouldn't be here. And my entire family and friends, the network of support that I've been able to receive, and really I've just been blessed and lucky to be kind of born into a situation and be presented with situations that it'd be a shame if I didn't take advantage of. I also want to thank Marty Gibbs and Chrisman. They've been phenomenal. I would say this is on the smaller end of the projects they might do, and Marty has given me a large end of the amount of his time, and I certainly appreciate it. I'm one who I typically really like to put everything on the table, and will be very transparent whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, and Marty has provided a tremendous amount of support and resources to us. Mayor Bailey, Marty Smith, you guys have been phenomenal. Like Mayor Bailey said, we were quick to become friends, and for me, I think business transcends to friendship for me, and that's what it's all about, really. While our business is technology and machines and compute power, the irony of that is really it's all about the people. And the people here are phenomenal, and I have the highest level of confidence that we've got the support from the community that we need. And really, without Ed Medford, I don't know where in the world I'd be. Ed, you have been tremendous. I cannot thank you enough. I even think you might have. Did you extend your retirement announcement for us to make sure we got here? Let's give Ed a round of applause. And all the folks at KUB. This is a big decision for them as well. And it's not as simple as someone wants to pay for power, we give them power. There's a lot more than that. Like most businesses, from an outsider in view, it looks simple. We just plug these things in and get going. But you guys really have been the way that you've kind of taken feedback and helped facilitate meetings in our business has been tremendous. You've gone above and beyond in every aspect. And then the Griid team, we're building a world-class team of brilliant people, but more importantly, really good individuals. Morally sound folks who I'm proud to stand side by side and build this business with. So I want to touch a little bit on a couple of things, and then we'll get these shovels moving. I spent a lot of time, and the irony of what brought us out here was this idea of it's a Tier 4 county, right? For now. and there's economic incentives behind that. And if you come out to Union County, you'll get, you know, an amplified level of support. And certainly I've felt that. But the focus is often on jobs, wages, and capital investment, which of course we will bring. But as I kind of thought more about the real way to make an impact and leave something behind that's bigger than Griid, you know, inherently those three things are tied to our business. So what I want to do and what we're going to have by the time we're here to cut a ribbon in a couple of months, as long as Christmas stays on schedule, is we're going to establish a Griid Youth Development Foundation. So, you know, if you look at the way to really turn things over here and build momentum in a county, I believe bringing the jobs and the people through gives you a short-term boost, but it's tied to the business inherently. So I want to have something that we leave behind regardless. And so we're establishing that foundation to support the youth, provide activities, access to resources. You know, I find myself very fortunate to say I had this situation to be able to take advantage of the business here. And so much of that is the situation that you're put in and the people that help guide your hand early in life when those decisions are so critical that you can't really make them yourself. And so being able to help facilitate those decisions and guide the hand of kids to give them an access to a resource where that decision post high school is, do I go to work, do I go to tech school, do I go to college? I was fortunate enough where I was pushed to go to college. Not that it's right for everyone, but this foundation, Marty Smith introduced me to one high schooler at Maynardville. She said, hey, this kid's smart, he knows computers, he's interested in computers, and so I've been talking to him, we've been trading texts, and this is just one example of kind of what I want this to be, but really I want this to not be Griid's foundation and our ideas. You guys have your finger on the pulse of this community and know the needs, and so I want to hear these things. But you know, this individual, for example, was asking me, what do I need to do to get a job here? You know, I said, well, first, you know, tell me what your plans are after high school. And he said, well, I'm not quite sure. And I said, well, if you don't make a decision, that decision gets made for you, because you got to apply and you got to do these things. So we started talking about UT. I sent him some of the engineering program resources, their website and whatnot. And Ricky's here as well, and he's been a tremendous amount of support from UT. And he said, yeah, you know, that's out of our budget. That all looks good, but my mom said that's not in our range. So this fund will have kids like this that we support their room and board. And I'm really excited about this. It's easy to say, but the reward is doing those types of things themselves, and the opportunity to take Union County, which I see Norris Lake nearby. I see 35 minutes to downtown Knoxville, and I see a tremendous opportunity to turn this county from Tier 4 to Tier 3 to Tier 2. And that's really what gets me excited about our ability to make an impact here. You know, I'm not going to talk about the business itself at all. It's really about the community. And so I want to thank each and every one of you for being here, for showing your support, for facilitating the rezoning, which we didn't know we needed until like a month ago. All of these things that you guys have done to expedite our ability to be here has been tremendous and given me an enormous amount of confidence in our ability to sustain a business here and build additional support and really make a change. So for us at Griid, this is really just the beginning. So I want to thank each and every one of you. Thank you, Mayor Bailey. Thank you, Mayor Smith. And let's put some hard hats on and get some shovels in the dirt.
Excuse me, outside running.
Trey, you're right here. You're in the middle. I'll get one beside you. There we go.
Two empty shovels.
So do we really have to move dirt, or is
I think we need to flip.
Was that asking too much?
All right, on three, folks, we'll take a shovel, okay? All right. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Hold on, everybody. Hold your dirt up. All right. On 3, we'll dump the dirt. 1, 2, 3. This is photo op. Anybody wants to borrow my hat? You may. Come on up. Come on up with Trey. Anybody wants to? Come on up.